Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Barndo. I hope everyone is doing well. Tonight I'm going to be showing our war recap for win 223, back to the 1 win streak. This was for our clan level 10. Finally, you see it, we're not noobs, we're level 10s. So, versus 421, the Symbols, Chinese clan, quite a convincing win, didn't really go through very hardcore on us, missed some 9s for the 3. And yeah, only the 1 star on our 11. So fairly close in base wise. They had an extra couple 10s, but it doesn't really matter too much as we've obviously got different accounts. Left the 1 star on their number 1, but had a lot of practice on their 10s. I struggled in our last scrim. That's up online as well. Please go watch that. That was above and beyond versus 6 Schlitzers. And we did win that by 1 star. Amazing win. Some really good replays there. Good fun. So what I've gone in here is a Th10 GoVaHoBo. So the old hobo's coming out. Queen walk with the 4 healers, and you can see I'm going to take advantage of this elixir storage at 1 o'clock there. I'm going to take advantage of that and get the air defense behind it. So I have taken this raid apart, and I'm going to put that on later as to where I think this is going to go in towards Town Hall 9 and 10 with the bowlers and a healer or 2. I think they're going to be absolutely amazing. So you can get 5 bowlers into a clan castle now with the update coming probably tonight or tomorrow. I think they are going to be absolutely amazing with 1 or 2 healers and the smaller difference. So what I've done here, you can see I've got the Valks, and the intention was for those healers to go off the bowlers onto the Valks. And you see I used a rage instead of a jump entry, and that's so the bowlers, the healers, everything gets that rage bonus instead. And then that jump to link up those bottom 4 cells and absolutely smash this base. You can see there's hogs left, there's Valks, there's bowlers, it's all on. So I think bowlers are going to be a new, definitely more utilised unit. I've been waiting to get the time to plan out and utilise it. It's going to come down to making sure you analyse a base and what hit points are on buildings, and then the base, the building you're aiming for behind it. So this is Th10. He's max Town Hall 9 versus a 9.5, and he's gone in with a HeVaHo. This is his special army, his baby. I'm going to also pick this raid apart and upload that soon with some different levels. I think this is probably one of the strongest armies at the moment at Town Hall 9. And the basic aim of it is it's the raid that keeps on giving. I've coined that before. You heard the sides, and you're throwing your Valks, you're throwing your healers, and you're basically aiming to kill those air defences. And then afterwards, you're going to have healers just mopping up. You're going to have healers available to get your king, your queen, your Valks, your hogs, whatever you want at the time. And it's such an amazing raid. You can see the hogs come down the bottom. He uses the healer on the hogs down the bottom because it's not going to get anywhere near that air defense range. And then the healer swaps off onto Valks, and you can see after, you know, all the chips are down, he's got a couple minions left to clear up, and then he's still got 2 healers left. So we've got Valks running around, we've got a full king, we've got a full queen, both still have their abilities. So old Jimmy Bob's going to wreck it and get inside, and then the queen's going to be left over at the end. So absolutely amazing raid, definitely worthwhile keeping an eye on these armies, and great to see Th10. 9.5, you know, it was he wasn't sure at the start, and then I sort of give him the challenge, slapped him in the face and said, man up, and he went out and smashed it. Now we see old Ben David. This is one of my engineered accounts, and I've gone in with a Lightning PentaHound Loon army, and this is one of my favourites because it's the only army I have for this account. So I'll make sure I still keep my hound practice because I've only got it opened on this account. You can see Lightning's on that air defense. I was hoping that blower went down, but I did have a backup plan. You can see I knew this was a hound clan castle. This was the second hit on this base. Now this is the big mistake I made. The king placement was perfect because I didn't want to draw the hound clan castle, but I should have used 1 loon on that top archer tower that's shooting at the king. Poor old Jimmy Bob's going to die nice and quick, but 1 loon would have got that archer tower down, and you'll see later on in the raid where it's going to go. If I had have done that, the queen probably wouldn't have needed a rage ability there. She probably would have kept going and maybe even got a second defense down with another archer tower, but we never know. You can see I specifically had 2 archers that was to walk the hound to the back, and get it out of the midfield. You do not want your pups going onto that hound because they'll just soak it and it'll be a percentage waster. You can see I took hounds through the midfield. I wanted to pick up those traps. I wanted to make sure I could get some loons in the midfield to get that remaining blower. That was all a part of my secondary plan. Basically, the queen, I was just hoping pups got to her, but you can see some loons go and dump a big payload on her head. See you later, level 30 queen. You don't make up for the loons. Biggest mistake here at the end, not having a couple of loons spare for that last wizard towers almost cost me, but still had the hounds and the pups to distract. So yeah, on the plane, on the mobile phone, while the air hostess was trying to tell me, are you happy to help in case of an emergency? Bando the Addict, true form. So you can see that hound just sitting over in the corner sulking. No one wants to play with it. Now let's have a look here. Queen Tika, this is Ryan and his girlfriend's account. He uses it during the wars. I reckon one day we're going to get Queen Tika to start playing it. And you can see this was a re-hit, so he knows what's in the clan castle. And I really do like this raid. It's quite low-level heroes for himself, but where he's done these earthquakes, he's opened up the midfield there and opened up 95% of the base. So those golems will be able to walk all the way through. The only thing you're missing is a couple of cells there and those 3 defences. But he's done it really, really well. Enemy level 30 king. That's going to die very quickly. He's taken the golem in the clan castle as well, of course. So that's going to be 3 golems. The old stoned. They do have entry above the king. And he's going to rage his wizzies and queen and the golems. And the golems will absolutely wreck it whilst going. Now he chases his golems in midfield. This is a perfect analysis. So the hogs are chasing those golems that are tanking. And he doesn't need to heal. You can see he's saved those heals. And he's instead going to use them onto his hogs that go through midfield and then his golems. So brilliant first heal. Second heal there as well. Not too shabby. How you going? Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Plenty of hogs left. Wizards have chased off the end, which is good. So the wizards are in the spots where your hogs aren't going to finish. Absolutely textbook Stoned GoHog. So great work, Queen Tika / Ryan. Bring on Queen Tika playing it herself, I reckon. That way we get less of a sausage fest. Now let's have a look at Yippy's attack on number 11. And this is the last one I'm going to show for this war. Now Yippy's come through our feeder clan and that is fantastic. Love seeing people come out of the feeder. Th10 puts a lot of hard work in there with our guys and it's really good to see. And it makes you sort of feel it's worth it. You know, people moving up into these wars and giving us a bit of a hand at main clan level. So you can see he's gone in with 3 healers on the queen as a walk. And it's a GoVaHo for the second part of it. Now, the only mistake I can sort of see, that was brilliant. He's drawn the Golem clan castle. This was a re-hit, so he's known exactly what it was. And the Golem in the clan castle, that's the only thing I can see the mistake on. Is used, it's only a level 4, I think, coming out of there. And really, with the Valk upgrade from level 4 to 5, you want to be making sure you're using your Valks in the clan castle and using your own personal level 4 Golem. But you can see now he's got hogs running around the outside. They're chasing that golem and the king in the midfield. They work well. Now the queen, she's going around the top there counterclockwise. Now the hogs, because they didn't have a heal, they're going to run out of push and die to the point defences. And then of course the wizard tower at the end there. But he's got it. Brilliant raid. He did have a 6-star war, old Yippy, so he does have a second account too, like a true addict, and that's just a low level 8.5 at the moment, but he's just starting with it. So yeah, that's our war. It's good to get back into the big W circle. We got our clan level 10. We finally got our rewards, and yeah, hope you guys had a bit of a laugh and clash on.